Hi, this is Rick from Zombie Slayer Nation, and I'm going to do an official walkthrough and review of the 2019 X2 Patriot camper. And this is a new acquisition for us here, the Davy family, but we are very excited about it. And I'm going to start with the walk around with all the different features that I like the best and a couple that's been able to improve upon. So we'll see how that goes. So first, we're starting here on the right side. Really love these hermetically sealed cabinets that really close up very nicely, and the latches are just nice and tidy and nothing rattles. So we're really liking that. Starting down here in the bottom, what I call the water cabin. Right inside of here, we have a locked tank where they have 22 gallons of fresh water tank that you could go ahead and bring with you anywhere, and it's centrally located in the base of the trailer, keeping the weight of the trailer very low in the center of gravity, which I really like. It has a fantastic hose with the water pressure where you can. Somebody said that you could remove paint. I wouldn't say that that's 100% accurate, but it is good water pressure. You can definitely wash down clothes, hands, even use it for a shower, be perfectly fine. And even wash the dog if they kind of got into some trouble and that kind of stuff. And that locks up real nicely in here. And with a lockable cabinet with a key. The other cabinets, like these, latches, the two in the back and the two on the other side, as well as the wet storage down below, are really great features that we like quite a bit. But what I like about this cabinet, per se, is that when you do open it up, it offers a ton of workable space to go ahead and do your thing. And if you like to cook, like I like to cook and my friends do, this is great workspace. There's 3 times the amount of this right here. It's all stainless steel, so you wipe it down really nice, make sure it's hygienic, bring your cutting boards out, chop, prep, do all the stuff you like. Little room up here to put like extra stuff, like if you have seasonings or whatever it might be. And also plenty of room for your paper products, plates, utensils, first aid kit. Even has a inverter here for, it went from US to American. They put the American version versus the UK stuff, because this is all produced, designed in Australia to handle the outback. And so really fantastic piece. Very capable over land. We got fantastic 35-inch tires with Toyota bolt pattern and that kind of stuff. You can get it mostly in the Jeep and that kind of stuff. It's very easy to swap out the hubs and put your own size wheels and tires, so you have that. And it also carries a full size spare underneath, which can be used for your own, so you could lighten up your own vehicle by taking your spare off and just putting it underneath there, if you have it all the same. But for me, I got a Jeep. This has Toyota stuff. I'll swap that out later on. But I'm really loving this so far. The tent on top is the 23-0 tent that is a king-size bed up above. So this folds out, and there's a ladder that comes in with a zippable annex with a floor, so that when you're going into the tent, you can take your shoes off and walk in upstairs up the ladder and get in there, and it's fantastic because what you're doing is you're getting clean feet when you go up there and come back down. Great downstairs for kids, or you put the dogs there, whatever you got. You can keep your baggage down below for kind of a changing area and that kind of stuff. And it's very suitable for anything. All right, but super capable to go anywhere. And bottom line, if you can't get there with this thing, you pretty much don't belong there. All right, now, so I like these because they also have the weather stripping around here, watertight, also positive air pressure coming into the cabin through a filter here, that keeps dust out. So if you went to something like a Running Man, you are going to be very, very happy with its ability. One of the little life hacks that I took care of here just was taking a simple little janitor's key ring reel, and we need something to be able to keep these wires. The only knock that I have is these little wires in the cabin, and so this should cost you about $2, maybe $3 at Home Depot a piece, and it's fantastic because what it's going to do, you hook it into the back of one of the vents back here, all right, and now whenever you close, it pulls that cable out of the way, and now you don't have to watch them all the time, make sure they're not getting in the way of the weather stripping that's there. Love that. Great markers, all LED lights, and on the back cabin, this is amazing. So here, opening up, fantastic workable space, a little bit lower for the little ones, which is exactly what we like to have because they're going to be pulling stuff out of there. Now, on this side, you can keep your chairs and extra table or fishing poles or whatever you need to put over on this side. But this side has a workable solution for pots and pans. And I love what they did here. They made this big slide out, and there's a kickstand that you could put at the bottom. Right here, there's a great kickstand that you put on it, but you're only going to have it for a certain period of time, and you don't have a lot of weight in it, not a big deal. But there's little tie downs and pulls on everything. Inside of the, and I'll show you right in here, inside of the cabin where you put all your pots and pans, it's carpeted with an outdoor carpet, so you don't have stuff rattling around and getting scratched in there and that kind of stuff. So I think that's a fantastic solution. Also, the ARB very efficient cooler. All right, you can make a freezer or a refrigerator depending on what temperature you set it to. All right, and then I think you could also control it via a Bluetooth app. Strap down, very secure, super efficient. That will keep your stuff cool for about 5 days with a dual battery system that they have in this. And it's super efficient, and you can check on inside and tell you exactly how long you're going to go until you are going to be at zero energy. It tells you how much you're burning, when you go to zero, how long you can just stand by if you're not using anything. So it gives you a lot of information to be able to handle it. Also tells you about what you can do as far as your water. There's a water gauge that shows you how low your tank is going, and it doesn't give you any calculations other than, okay, you're at the top and anywhere in between, but it doesn't give you projections on that. But I really like the feature. It's a lot better than kind of like shaking the vehicle to see how much you got left. Great safety features here. Lockable doors where you can put your cutlery and cooking utensils. Another more accessible space right here to go ahead and see where you can put all your stuff, and then you can lock that away. Also, another fantastic feature right here. It actually took me a while to find it, because when the first person showed it me, it was like, oh, this is cool, it's got a box. But right underneath it, they made it a nice little tub where you can go ahead and clean your dishes and do some wash-up duty and that kind of stuff. And just to put it away, very easy. All right, fold away, put away. You can dump it wherever you like. It's got a little screen on it. So there is really nice. And then a little plug for the drain and that kind of stuff, so you don't end up having an issue. So I really like that feature, and that slides away real nicely with everything else. Also a safety feature, when you're sliding it back in, these little locks in here, just make sure that nobody's fingers are getting jammed up. And again, I did the life hack thing with the wires here, with these little poles, because I just think it's a fantastic way to go. And if they do come off, it's easy. You just go ahead and you take the rubber piece, and it has a little snap, and I go around it twice, pull it a little taut, and after the second time, a little extra pull, right? And then when I snap it in there, whenever I raise this, it pulls these right out of the way very, very nicely. So, very thankful for Josh, who showed me that little life hack as he sold me this, because it was fantastic. He only had it 2 years and took it out 7 times. Literally has no scratches on it. It's in fantastic shape. A couple little things with the ladder and the awning, but we're getting extra parts for that. It'll be totally squared away. Moving on to the next portion of the video is the other workable side. So on this, I really like this side because it has a lot of the nuts and bolts of what goes on here. Now here, there's a little slide out drawer for dual burner gas stove. So you can do your beans and your veggies and that kind of stuff out here. Do your eggs in the morning, whatever you like. Or you can put your Coleman in here too, and it has like, they have like a little bit more wind coverage on the side, which is nice. And then you can slide that away at any time, and it does a fantastic job. They have a fantastic little extension here where you can run your gas to the propane tanks. There's 2 tanks that will be stored in the front, larger tanks, about 5 gallons each, and you can run them directly from here all the way across on the back side of this, so it's clean and out of the way. Very, very nice design. Everything was really well thought out. The little cubbies, little areas where you could tie things down or stick things through. Again, I put the little life hack key swivel deal, and that worked out really good. But I like everything because nothing can fall out because they have these little ridges. That's a great design feature. I like this space in the center, so you can go ahead and put in all your special sauces and your seasonings. And those are, I'm going to come over here a little bit more. So you have the top drawer here, stationary for that shelf. And this one is lockable, so you have that. So now it's not going to come out on you, but you can unlock it, slide it out, you keep other stuff in. I'm just keeping zip ties, extra fittings for things on the awning, keys, power cord, that kind of stuff. Stuff that you just would be a little sloppy otherwise. Go ahead and lock it away. And it's in a nice, again, carpeted compartment where there's no rattling and that kind of thing. This is a fantastic little center up in this little cubicle here. Is you have the power station, and I have a little Bluetooth speakers going on here, but the power station that we have here gives you the lights for the cabin, and going up front into the workspace, which I call the man cave. I'll show you that in a moment. Accessories being take care of there. Lights over on the other cabin on the other side, so you can shut things down as you need to be able to save water if you're not or save power when you're not using it. A water pump, and it also has a water heater, so you can take the warm shower when you need it, just to clean up after a few days and that kind of stuff. If you don't have streams and lakes and that kind of thing to work with, the ladies will love that. Some warm water to go ahead and wash the hair. They'll thank you for it later, I promise. Love this. It has the 2 USB connections plus the cigarette lighter adapter here, plus another 2 that are built into the outside on the back here. And what I found is this location was fantastic because you could run your cord from here up through a seam in the tent, and now you're able to charge your phone while it's in the tent. It's fantastic. It's a great way to go. So, loving that so far. Now, moving away from this cabin, and when the awning is up, it raises about another 2 feet. So you get about 8-foot clearance. And then on top of that, it covers this whole side and the back all the way around the corner, and then attaches to these 2 little pieces here, which I wasn't exactly sure what it was. Found out last night, and we tied down the last pole on the awning, and it was super solid after that. Really loved that. And a little wet storage down here to go ahead and put like your dirty boots, some recovery gear, whatever you like. 2 attachment points for recovery and that kind of stuff to either pull yourself out or pull somebody else out when you're kind of towing in line. Then around to the front, propane tank storage here. There's dual tank storage on this side as well as that. And then this is the area in which they call the man cave. Now in the man cave, we have, what I really like the feature is when you're busy opening stuff up and getting things set up, this is almost on automatic. So here's what happens. You open it up and voila. Here you have the barbecue that opens up and swivels out. So you can cook out to the side there, plus additional storage where we got some chalks and some blocks and that kind of stuff, and then for leveling purposes. Plus you have a shower head, other hose attachments, and the water heater, and again LED lights here to go ahead and light up in the middle of the night so you're not constantly burning on that head torch lamp. So fantastic things in here, like a little extra space for things to, you could slide things out a little bit easier because you have a lot more forward energy when you brake and that kind of stuff. Carpeted here, but this is here, and then you can also put in some additional things like extension cords, additional rope, whatever you might find that you want or need to put in here. The man cave is what you got. The hitch is fantastic. It has a fully rotating hitch, so when you're twisting to the right, it'll twist to the left, and it'll handle all things. And it's very unique. It's not your typical hitch with the ball. It is really kind of unique. So when you do leave it, it's very unlikely that anybody's going to try to go ahead and take that. It'll be more difficult. I mean, locks only keep honest people honest, but at the same time, when it's a little more difficult to take something, it kind of helps out a little bit. Anyway, really like the tent. We got a chance to use that last night. We went out to the beach. We're able to set this up, and it doubles the footprint. You have another hard floor that comes out to about here, and then the ladder comes down, and it has that zippable annex with the floor, so you don't have to deal with muddy feet up in the bedroom and that kind of stuff, which is really nice. Very capable vehicle, super reliable, and really love the way that it handles. Like you just don't even feel like it's even there. It's quiet. It's very capable. There's nothing that you can't go over in your Jeep that this won't be able to make it, as long as you've got enough oomph in your vehicle. If you've done that V8 increase, you'd be more than enough. With the 6 from the factory, I don't have any issues. I'm not supercharged or anything. Super stock on the Zombie Slayer, and I got a 2017 JK that handles it just perfect. So I don't think you have any issues. Patriot did a fantastic job on this, and the guys in Oklahoma take great care of you. They're the national dealer, and highly suggest and recommend. You could get into them. They got about 4 or 5 different models. In the last couple of years, they've added air suspension as well for leveling and that kind of stuff, and then increased clearance for when you're going through water crossings and that type of thing. This one seems to do very well without that, but as all new models have something really interesting that they're going to go ahead and add to the whole mix. But you can get into these for like the mid 40s, mid to high 40s, and then with as much extra bells and whistles that you like, and it's incredibly well thought out and designed. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen, and thank you so much for supporting Zombie Slayer Nation. We're going on our nationwide trip all the way across country to New York and Rhode Island, where I'm actually from. We'll be in Martha's Vineyard, and then coming down through the Carolinas and Atlanta, and we'll be in Florida for a little bit, and then coming back through Louisiana, Tennessee, Texas, New Mexico, a little bit through Arizona pretty quickly, and then back through Nevada, and handling a little bit of business in California once we get back. So looking forward to seeing you out on the road. Let's get together for some wheeling. Let's do some overland Jeep adventures. Let's talk about things that are relevant about being a responsible driver out on the road and leaving no trace. And that'll be my next video that I'm bringing up to you, which is about responsible overland adventure, like preparation. Not just to keep yourself safe, but also to keep the environment clean, because we want to leave no trace. It's super important. Take care, be well. Zombie Slayer Nation out. Let's go out and find a way to do it.